Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. I hope you guys are doing really well. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Patricia. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you guys are returning viewer, then welcome back.
Can we rise through it all till we find what we want? Then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me in. Just me, just you, lost in the moment.
So guys, in today's video I am going to be finally answering a lot of questions that people have been sending through to me about pregnancy related questions. I am currently now 23 weeks pregnant, and there's just a few questions people have been asking me, whether it's to do with labour, baby names, things like that, and I'm just going to be answering them for you guys. I want to say a big thank you to everyone that sent me questions. It was really great, and it was really nice reading them, even though a lot of them were the same, but I guess people are just curious for the same things, which is fine, no problem. But yeah, let's head straight into this Q&A, guys. So the first question that I actually got was, what are you craving? Right, I don't know if I've mentioned this in my trimester video, I'm not too sure, but the thing that I did crave, and sometimes I still crave it, is actually chips. Chips and ketchup was actually a big craving for me at a certain point, especially my first trimester. However, I actually don't crave necessarily anything that like I've had to physically go and get and like be like, I need it now. Like, not, I don't have any cravings like that. I have small things that sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel like this, or I feel like that, but I actually don't have those sort of like crazy cravings that I've heard other women have in pregnancy. The only thing was, one day I actually made Ivan go out to get me M&Ms because I really felt like them, so he went out, but I feel like I could have went without them. I don't know if it was really a craving, I don't know. Anyways, that's literally all I've craved so far. So good, which has made Evan's life, like, you know, just even a little bit more easier. But yeah, that's all my cravings. I haven't had any more apart from that, not I'm aware of, but I still got 4.5 months to go, so who knows, things can change. The next question I got asked is, are you going to have a natural birth? Right, I feel like this subject for me is a long one. I don't know. I know it's a name for it, natural birth, but I really do not like the pressure people put on women to have natural births. Like, honestly, I don't have a plan for my birth, and even when my midwife will ask me, I'll tell her the same thing. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what the pain is like. I have no idea what I can cope with. I have no idea how long I'm going to be in labour in. Like, I have no idea. Like, we're literally, especially as first time mums, you go literally blind to labour. You don't know when it's happening. You don't know anything, right? And even though if you've had a child before, your second labour can be completely different. So I have no idea what I want. I just want this baby to come out healthy. All I definitely know I do not want is a traumatic experience for me or the baby. Like, or for Ivan, because Ivan will be there with me. I don't want any of that, you know. I just hate that pressure that so many people put on women, and women feel like they have that need to do birth with nothing, just be heroes. Like, honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not going to take anything. I'm not going to say that I am going to take anything. For example, my mom, my sister, everyone that I really know never really had an epidural. They all dealt with it really well. Like my sister, in her first baby, she was in labour for 48 hours and she rocked it with an epidural. I don't know how she did it. Because for me, I've always said, it's not the pain, it's how long I'm in the pain. I feel like that's a big thing for me. Even whatever pain I get on a daily basis, obviously is going to be nothing compared to pregnancy. To labour, but it's always how long I'm in pain, like how long I can cope with it. That's my biggest thing. It's not the pain, it's how long I'm in that pain for. So that's my probably thing I think I'm gonna go with, is if I'm in too much pain for too long, like for hours on end, like I will consider using epidural. I will consider whatever they say will help me to achieve having the baby healthy and having myself sane with a baby there next to me. So I don't know, I have a big thing with when people say natural labor. I feel like every pregnant woman has their baby naturally, like they're meant to have. We don't plan, we don't go there saying, you know, this is what's going to happen. If it was for all us women, we would literally be like, you know, no pain, push up baby, done, woof, life is easy, you know, labor 3 hours max, done. But the truth is, that's not how it goes. That's not how it happens. It can change from going really well to not going really well. There's things that women don't have control of, with the sense of maybe you might need a C-section, and that's not making you any less of a woman or any less of anything just because those things happen. And I just feel like when people say, oh, you're gonna have natural birth, I think it's really like there's this image, and maybe I thought about it more now that I'm pregnant than when I wasn't pregnant. When I wasn't pregnant, I never really thought about it. I was like, oh, natural birth. But now that, you know, I am pregnant and people tend to ask that question a lot, it's like, oh my gosh, like, what is natural birth? Really and truly, it's whatever happens. This is natural. Everything that's happening and everything is just natural, okay? So I have no idea. For me, if I could personally, one thing I definitely know I would love, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do due to many reasons, is I would love to have a bath birth. I feel like I relax a lot in water, in the bath. So like when I'm in the bath, I feel my body's relaxed more, I feel more calm. So that definitely will be something I will definitely consider, like having my baby in the bath. But like I said, I don't know, and necessarily I have no idea what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go with an open mind, and whatever I want that day, they best give it to me, okay? That's all I'm saying. Next question is, when will we know the baby's name? Right, this was definitely the most asked question from everyone. I will be telling the name very soon. I'm not gonna wait till labor. I really do find, no offense to any parent that did that, but I really find it cliche when parents actually wait until Labor Day. I don't get the purpose of it, really and truly. A lot of people ask me that, like, oh, you're gonna keep it a secret. I'm like, is there any point? Me and Eva knew what our babies were gonna be called, whether it's a boy or a girl, literally, when we basically started to talk about kids, which was basically our first year together. We already knew names that we really loved. Obviously there's names that we really love more than others, and then there was other reasons why we didn't choose certain names, but we kind of knew what name we wanted for a very long time. And it's not like a massive unique name, you know, it didn't take us years to find it, or it doesn't have no like, oh my gosh, you know, it's because we were in this restaurant at this time and I don't know, I saw a sign. We have none of that. It's literally a name that we both really like. It's amazing in both countries, well, 3 countries, because he's Spanish and Portuguese, and we live in the UK, so it has to kind of work everywhere. Because let me tell you, the worst thing someone can do to me, especially I work with kids and I know, is when you do a name, all right, give your child a name that people pronounce differently wherever you go, because you spell it completely differently or because they've never heard of it before. Trust me, as a practitioner, it is really hard and you feel so awkward when you get it wrong. So I don't want my child to go through that, that's for sure. So yes, my name, the only reason why I haven't said it yet is because I'm actually trying to do something quite cute for the name reveal. I'm going to be doing it on YouTube, so I'm going to be doing a video about it. But I wanted to do something quite nice and cute, and something that I could keep after for is like room area, because we're not going to have a room, it's an area. So yeah, that's the reason why, only why I haven't told you guys the name. But it'll definitely be revealed in a few weeks time, definitely before the baby shower, and the baby shower is planned for February, so you guys will be knowing it pretty soon. Maybe comment down in the section below what you think the baby's name is going to be. Have wild guesses, guys, wild guesses. Next question, what was the hardest thing about pregnancy so far? Oh, the hardest thing for pregnancy so far for me has to definitely be sleeping positions, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm a person that can only sleep upwards or on my belly. I can't sleep upwards or on my belly, so I've literally got no choice but to sleep sideways. It has been the worst thing for me from the beginning. I'm not even joking. Like, I have had like back pains since many years. I've done therapy for it. I've done like physiotherapy, all those stuff that you could do. I did mention whenever I got pregnant that it would get worse, and trust me, let me tell you, it does. It's gotten worse for 100% sure. But it's been very tricky. I think that's the hardest thing for me in the beginning. It's just like, it really hurts, and even sometimes to get up and stuff kind of hurts my sides. It's been a bit tricky, but you know, we're women. What can we not do, guys? Come on, let's be honest. But that definitely has been the hardest thing about pregnancy so far. I'm very thankful, I'm very grateful. I've had a very light, easy pregnancy so far, but let me not talk so soon. Next question is, does birth scare you? Ladies, let me tell you. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever's out there watching. Birth scares everyone. I'm sorry. Birth, like labor, giving birth, it's something that's unpredictable. It's literally something that, it's the unknown. Everyone's scared of the unknown. You have no idea. People can tell you, oh, it hurts, it kills, you'll be fine. No, you won't. Oh my gosh, I don't know how you're gonna cope. Anyone can tell you anything, but let me tell you that anything that's unknown to humans scares us, okay? And that's a fact. And labor does scare me. Not necessarily the pain I'm gonna go through, but what can happen. You are literally, I don't know how can I express this to people, but you are literally pushing or having a baby removed from your body. A human's giving birth to a human. Like, can we just intake that? Like, it just how can that not scare anyone? Like, I'm scared of what happens to the baby. I'm scared of what happens to me. I'm scared of what happens to Ivan, because a poor man is gonna have a heart attack. I'm scared of everything. Everything scares me. It's anxious. It makes me feel like, you know, what can I do best to make this all, you know, kind of go smoothly. It's a very scary moment, because your life is at risk from the beginning to the end of pregnancy. We hear so many stories out there of people, you know, that go through so much and go through so much with their babies as well, and have complications and all of that. And to be fair, I haven't really mentioned this to anyone, but at my 20-week scan, they did say to me that my placenta is quite low, so meaning that it's near my cervix. So what that actually means, there's a name to it, it doesn't come in my head, but what that basically means is, I have normally, when you have NHS scans, you literally have two. You have the one at 12 weeks and you have one at 20 weeks, and that's it. Because unfortunately, they said that my placenta is quite low, I'm having another scan at 32 weeks, and that will determine what my labor is going to be like. So if my placenta is really low, they said that I may have to have a planned C-section, because if I do go into labor with my placenta so low near my cervix, I can bleed out, and it's not safe for me and it's not safe for the baby. So obviously labor does scare me, because that's always in the back of my head. Obviously I would love to have just normal labor, because I heard recovery is sometimes much more easier than obviously the C-section. C-section takes much longer to recover from. But if that's what it has to be everything for me and baby to be safe. But yeah, so it does scare me, it does terrify me. I'll think about it a lot. As I said, not necessarily about the pain, but what can happen during labor. I think it's very scary because it's so unpredictable, and again, it's so unknown. We have no idea what happens. So yeah, fingers crossed, guys, everything goes well. I will be doing a birth vlog. I definitely am. Even said that he's going to be filming it, so that's going to be an interesting video. I really want to do one, not necessarily maybe like pointing to, you know, the private area, but I do want to go back and remember like what I went through, and remember how amazing I am. I don't care how it's done, but I'm gonna be a freaking rock star, okay? So I don't care. I do want to keep that in memory. So I will be definitely doing a birth vlog, guys, from the minute I get my first contraction onwards. So oh my gosh, talking about it just sounds so scary. Anyways, let's go to the next question. How are you feeling, guys? Thank you so much for asking me this question. I am feeling really well. Again, as I said, I've been having an amazing, I was gonna say labour, an amazing pregnancy. It's been all going really, really well. Apart from that comment that the doctor said about my placenta, but he said it's nothing serious. It's like, the only thing is at 32, if it hasn't moved, then you can decide if you want to do a planned C-section or not. So really and truly, it's not really nothing dangerous to me or the baby. It is if I go into labour while pregnant, while the placenta's near the cervix, if that can happen. That's why if I do have the planned C-section, it will have to be done before the 40 weeks, because they don't want me to go into labour, if that makes any sense. But I think that's the only thing really that, but apart from that, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling anxious sometimes as well. Like sometimes I can't sleep because I'm thinking about all the 101 things that I have to do and get organised and sort out, and all the money I have to spend. But I just think it's part of it, and it's not like the end of the world in comparison to some women go through really a lot with pregnancy. So I am quite lucky. Just realised I've lost one of my earrings. How embarrassing is that? Another question is, how is your husband been dealing with it all? I have to admit, Evan has been doing amazingly well. I literally can't even point a finger. He has been doing really well. He's been really supportive. He's been very like, any movement that I do that looks inappropriate or might harm the baby, he's having a heart attack. Like, what are you doing? I told you not to do this. So he's been really, really great. He's been very supportive. He's been wanting to learn a lot as well. He's been asking a lot of questions and things like that. He is a bit scared of labour. Whoever knows, even hates blood, even hates needles, even hates anything to do with a hospital. Even just entering a hospital for him is like giving him a heart attack. So yeah, labour will definitely be a funny one, but I do think he will do really well. He will do amazing. I know he will, and he puts it in his head that, you know, it's going to be this scary moment of life, but I know he would do really well. He's like he said, he doesn't want to miss it for the world, even though he knows he's like, I'll probably faint. But it's like the midwife said to him, oh, it's fine, if you faint, we've dealt with that so many times. So yeah, as I said, I'll be filming all of this, so we will see. If he faints, then maybe that's when I'll be getting my 1 million views, guys, on YouTube. But yeah, he's doing amazing. I can't complain. I've got an amazing husband and he's been super supportive, so I cannot complain when it gets to that. Another question is, how many years apart for your next child? You know what, me and Eva was actually talking about this in the car the other day, and we both mentioned that we do not want them that close but not that apart, if that makes sense. So me and my sisters are 4 years different, and it works for us. It works really well, so I feel like that's a nice time gap. We did say that maybe once the baby, obviously you can't really plan these stuff, as I keep saying, like even this one, this pregnancy was a surprise for us. We didn't necessarily say, you know, let's start trying. I just literally stopped my contraception because we thought it was going to take a while to get pregnant, so we thought it was going to take up to a year, but thankfully it didn't, and it was really quick, and it was the most amazing wedding gift we could have had. But as I said, we can't really plan it. It happens when it happens, but if we could like pinpoint when to start trying again, maybe when the baby is just after 2, turning 3ish. I think I work with kids, so the ages for me, I see a difference, and I think when it's 2, I don't know how some parents do, like when they have like 2 under 2s, or like sometimes even nearly 3 under 2s, it's so much. I don't know how people do it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'll wait until he's like nearly turning 3, terrible 2s are kind of gone out of the way, and then start trying for the other baby. The next question is, would you move to Portugal / Spain if your baby's education? The only thing I would say about education is the fact that they actually have to study to pass their years. It's the same in Portugal as that it is the same in Spain, so they actually have to get a certain grade to be able to go to their next year, and I think that's actually really, really good. I don't know why, but for me personally, I feel like, even for me personally, I feel like if I had to get a certain grade, I would have studied better than what I did. So I do think it does help incentivate to study. So I think in that aspect is good. Do I find the education here good? I do, in the area, in the sector that I work in, even though it's a lot of work. The age group that I work with, so it's like from babies to 5 years, I think the curriculum and the way the things that are done is great the way the children grow up and things like that. But in schools I can't really talk much because I don't really know that extent of like how they teach and things like that. I see a little bit of my nieces and stuff like that, and when I went to school, but that was years ago, so I don't know. Moving to Portugal probably won't be in the picture due to the fact that I live in a very older village, and it's just not the sort of life for me. And necessarily everything is very far from where we live and the town that we live in. It's literally like everywhere you have to drive like 45 minutes or more. So yeah, I don't think it would be an option. Moving to Spain, however, is something that Evan's always really wanted. Evan is very fortunate because where he lives in Spain is literally, the city is literally 15 minutes away. The town he lives in has everything. He's got beaches, he's got the best of everything together put in one sort of place where he lives. He's just very fortunate, and obviously he has a house out there, an apartment out there, so it makes things like a tradition to move to Spain much easier than moving to Portugal. I think to move to Portugal I'd probably be going to a city, and for that I might as well stay where I am. It doesn't change. But yeah, for education I don't really know if I would move. Would I move for calmness, to be relaxed, well, as much as possibly as you can, move for other reasons, yeah, but for education I think we were very fortunate with the education we have here in the UK, to be fair, so let's make the most out of it. But yeah, I don't think I'd move for that specific reason. Another question is, you planning to move house when baby Costa arrives? So currently right now we live in a 1-bedroom flat. If you guys haven't seen my house tour, hasn't pretty much changed. We do live in a 1-bedroom flat. We do believe that it, for me personally, I believe it works until the baby is at least 6-7 months. Don't necessarily see the urge of them having their own room and their own space. To be fair, the first few weeks you have baby quite near you anyway, and then when they start moving to, you know, bigger stuff, I think is at a certain age where you feel more comfortable, you're more okay with routine and things like that. So personally I'm not in a rush to move. Would I want to be able to have a room for the baby and have all that organized, have his stuff away from like mine and Evan's? Of course I would, because me and Evan I'll have to kind of move quite a lot of things in our room due to the fact the baby's arriving. But for us, the 1-bedroom flat we have is huge, so we're very fortunate for that. But we do plan on moving. We do plan on moving to a 2-bedroom. If I can say to you exactly when, I'm not too sure. We're hoping a few months when baby. So we're hoping baby will be born ends of April, beginnings of May, and then we're hoping to like spend summer, go away for the summer. Go to Portugal and Spain for the summer, enjoy our holidays, because last year was super
stressful due to the wedding. Really enjoy it, and then maybe come back and sort that out. I don't know. We will see how things go and where life takes us, but we are planning to move. So we are planning to go to something bigger. We just don't know exactly when that will happen. So yeah. There's another question which I really found quite funny. Someone asked me, did you cut your hair in Spain when you already knew you was pregnant? To be fair, no I didn't. I think I cut my hair actually I think 2 days before. So I cut my hair and then I found out I was pregnant. So no, I didn't cut my hair because I was pregnant. Apparently a lot of people say that's the thing, like when people find out they're pregnant they cut their hair. No, I didn't do that. And to be fair, my hair's already growing so much, like I had it like up to there and now it's like growing so much, so I am planning on cutting it again. But it's just because it's practical and it's amazing to have short, like kind of like short hair, especially after you've had long hair for so many years. You notice a difference. But no, I didn't cut it because of that. To be fair, it was just, I just really felt like doing it after so long of growing my hair, COVID and everything, and I knew the wedding, after the wedding, you know, didn't really need that much hair anymore. So yeah. Last question guys is, when do you think of doing your baby's baptism / christening? So me and Ivan did want to do that this year due to the fact the baby was young and it would be a bit easier in like dealing with the child on the day. However, we have just gone through a wedding which was super expensive, and I don't know how I feel with having to go through all the stress in such short period of time,
saving for another party, or whatever people want, a celebration, people want to call it. I want to do things really lovely and nice. We are having the baby's baptism / christening done in Spain, so I want things done really nicely, you know, because you never know if you'll get to have have it a second time round. So I really want it nice and done properly. And I feel like from when the baby is born, with his you know, injections and stuff like that, I don't really know necessarily when we're going to travel, so it's very hard to pinpoint a date. Plus with COVID, you never know what can happen, and I can't deal being another whole year stressed out because of COVID, like knowing if things are going to happen or not. Like, I just can't do that. And two, it doesn't give us enough time to plan and organize things properly. So I would rather wait another year, even though he's going to be a bit older. He'll be 1 and a bit, but you know, it's better because financially we'll be better. And also it just makes more sense doing things with time and not rushed, and just things come out wrong because you've done things so quickly. So I don't want that. So yeah, we're not planning to do it in 2022. We're planning to probably do it in 2023, hopefully, if everything works out. And it will be in August, and it will be in Spain. So yeah, guys, and that is it. We have gotten to the end of this Q&A. Sorry that it did seem quite long. These questions needed quite a lot of answering. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I've got much more videos coming up, guys. Any mummies that want to follow me, or mummies to be that want to follow me, please follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. I do quite a few videos. I'm not always that consistent on TikTok, but I'm going to try to be, okay? I am going to try to be. But please follow me on there, give me a shout, pass through my messages. We can always help each other and give each other advice. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
And we rise through it all till we find what we want, then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me